Today, we're going to look at arguably the most important aspect of building a custom home in Florida, the foundation and framing. Plus, we're going to take you through building a next-level basement here in Central Florida. Jim, we're building a residential house completely out of steel. We don't ever do this in residential construction. Tell everybody just a little bit about the two types of steel we're using.
Well, first we started with red gauge, heavy gauge structural metal, which actually supports the light gauge metal for the roof, floor system, and all the wall systems.
That's awesome. And I think as people walk around and as they see it on the video, they'll notice the big X's on the trusses and the wall systems. Well, they don't know it, but that all came prefabricated.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit.
The whole system came prefab on flatbed trucks. We basically picked up the panels, set them one by one. They are all integrated, all numbered, and it helps speed up the process
Efficient, but challenges too. At the end of the day, this whole house was built out of steel. I mean, in Florida, we have some crazy weather. Tell us a little bit about, how long is this house going to last?
Oh, this thing is going to be hurricane-proof, bulletproof. This house is amazing.
If a tree falls on this house, the tree's breaking.
We're good. We're not worried about hurricanes.
The foundation and framing are some of the most vital parts of building the new American home, and we couldn't have done it without our partner, Orlando Steel Factory. They create some of the best material on the market and have been vital in the framing of this home. But one feature stands out among all the rest, and that's the one-of-a-kind basement here in Florida. John, we are 14 feet below ground in Florida in a dry basement. Tell us a little bit about how we're standing 14 feet below ground and we're dry.
It all started with geotesting here, and with the results from that, we found out that our grade is 21 feet above lake level, and then our water table is 17 feet below grade. So that is how we were able to excavate down and build 14-foot tall cast-in-place walls. So during that time, Mother Nature wasn't nice to us. It was raining on us a lot, plus the water table, so we had dewatering around the whole entire property.
Which sucks the water out of the ground.
Which sucks the water out of the ground. So the well points were 21 feet in the ground. So we were constantly sucking water 24 hours a day. Then gravel all through the basement here when the grade was there. And we put in drain tiles to redirect all the water out to a designated area in the back.
And those drain tiles are still there directing water out so to keep from hydrostatic pressure from building up against the walls.
That is correct. So if it does come in, the tiles catch them and it gets piped out to a daylight.
And these walls are SIP walls, which most people don't know that means cast in place. Can you tell us a little bit about what is a cast in place wall?
So a cast in place wall is a formed wall that is poured at one time. These walls are 10 inches thick. We have rebar that are number 6, 8 inches on center through the whole perimeter of this system down here. So these are very unique and strong walls.
14 feet high, poured all at one time.
All one time.
And then on the outsides of the walls, we put more waterproofing.
That's correct. So Amphibia was on our first defense of waterproofing. Behind the Amphibia board is a dimple board which helped with hydrostatic pressure. So if water tries to push into the cast-in-place walls, the dimple board acts as a catch to where it drains down into our drain tiles, and then it'll be redirected.
So it sheds the water down to the drain pipe, which goes to a daylighted area that's on the same level, so water never actually pushes up into the basement.
That is correct. The most unique part of this basement is the car elevator and turntable. Excavating 17 feet underground did not allow for a driveway that cars could enter the basement without scraping because of the slope. So we created a space for a car elevator to bring cars in and out of the basement. Over 16 cars, a home gym, a movie theater, and a game room, all underground. Very unique.
We have to give a big shout out to Trimco and their Amphibia waterproofing product for help making sure that we'll have a basement that will be dry for years to come. Orlando Steel Framing for the light gauge metal framing that creates the entire structure of the home, and Progressive Foam for the insulation of the basement walls.